Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of It's a Sure Thing, the live stream platform where we have special guests on every week sharing about how they make a difference in the world and sharing their passion. And that's what it's all about for us, is when we lead by example and we lead from our heart. So it's heart-centered businesses all over the world. And this evening, we've actually got an amazing special guest from the UK born, Canadian raised, born in Leeds, which is actually where I was born too. And just to give you a little bit of background before I introduce this amazing lady, we met just over 3 years ago at the York Health and Healing Festival when I went back to the UK for a holiday, and also did some work and did face readings at the York Health and Healing Festival, and met Anna-Louise. So we got on straight away and we've kept in touch ever since. And she's an absolute powerhouse of a woman. She's amazing. She does so many different things in the UK. She's an author. She's a freedom seeker. She's a spiritual teacher. And she's going to share tonight everything that she does, as much as we can do in such a short period of time. So please let your friends and family know. Hope that you're hooking in from the UK or wherever you're hooking in from. Please put in the comments section and say where you're watching from. And welcome, Anna-Louise Haigh. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Thank you for having me here, Sue. It's great to connect again.
It is an absolute delight. Thank you. So I think we'll start off by just talking about why you are doing what you're doing. I mean, stay wild, moonchild. That sort of, can you expand upon that a little bit more?
Well, that particular phrase, I caught sight of it some time ago, and it just clicked with me because in my upbringing, following the moon and its cycles was really a lifesaver. It was pivotal to finding clarity, finding, serenity, and just really tuning into myself. And it's actually a quote that comes from a book that was really all about gathering that freedom sense within you. And it's Stay Wild Moonchild is all about tuning into your intuition and trusting it and following the moon cycles. So when you are feeling that something needs to change, it probably is because the moon has gone into its dark phases, and that's where you go within and you look more introspectively at what really makes your heart sing, where you're going in life, and so on. And then when the moon brings her beams back out, it's all about then showing up and shining. So it's about following that inner pattern within you. And I do live full moon meditations every month, and I do a lot of work around the moon because it's more of a divinely feminine energy. And I feel truly in my bones that the healing that the planet needs is in alignment with the divine feminine within us.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And that just makes me want to go outside and look at the full moon that has, the last couple of days we've had the full moon happening. And with that comes all the emotions and heightened activity. And but it's also just a beautiful reminder to connect with nature as well. So that's gorgeous. I love that. And I'd just like to say hello to Leslie Ann from the UK. Hi. And Adrienne is joining us from Norfolk in the UK. And we've, of course, got Adair Palmer from Coochie-Mudlow Island, which is part of the Moreton Bay Islands in Queensland. And Adair said, love the title, Stay Wild Moonchild. It just, when you say it, it just invokes this sense of connectedness, doesn't it? It's just beautiful.
It does. And it's a phrase that's caught on, and it is something that I just find represents the person within us that wants to follow their own dreams.
Definitely. Now, following your dreams is something that you do a lot of, and you empower women and support women and help women. You've done so many different things. We're just going to focus for a little while on your books because you're an author of 3 different books, which I believe you've got copies of there.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, the first one, The Soul Whisperer.
The first one, Soul Whisperer, that came out. It's due for an anniversary edition this year, so that's coming out later on. And then I've got my little one, Light Filled, Loving and Wise, which is like a pocketbook. And everybody who I bump into who's had a copy say basically it never goes on the bookshelf. It stays in the handbags beside the bed. And because it's small, there's no room for waffle. So it's a really concise prompter for living that light-filled, loving and wise life. And then we've got Be the Light, which is 21 Ways to Shine. That's my lockdown book, which was born out of specifically my fabulous Facebook group called the Soul Whisperer Sisterhood. And that is all about our manifesto. So I get my inspiration from the people around me. So I love to respond to that.
Beautiful. And people can get copies of that by going onto your website and ordering direct from you, and you can send that to Australia, but there'll be obviously postage on top of that. But yeah, great to have as the paperback so that you've got them all the time. So Jackie, hello from Lincoln, UK. So we've got a lot of your UK contingents with us. So thank you all for joining us. You're all welcome to come to Australia and see us as well. And Mandy Laidlaw from Australia. Hi, lovelies, she says. So talking about the UK and anybody who's interested in actually coming from Australia to the UK, or any people that are in the UK now, you have got your amazing retreats that you run, the Awaken Your Wow. I love that.
Yeah, that is exactly what we do. So I've run retreats for over 10 years now. Glastonbury is one of the main venues, and also in the Yorkshire Dales. So I feel really blessed to be able to go to these amazing places and introduce people to the energy, the environment, and let them tune into where in themselves their wow, which I see as their world of wisdom or their weaver of wisdom, is waiting to speak to them. And we open that, and everybody has their own unique experiences. I only take 8 people on a retreat, so it's intimate, but you don't have to throw your life in the middle of the floor and have it picked apart by everybody. It's not like that. It's more focused on deep inner awakening with a subtlety and a grace that is held and encouraged in the company of like-minded women, so that there's this growth that happens organically, and we have lots of fun, great food, and chance to be in nature and just soak up the energy of where we are, Glastonbury or in the Dales. So both of them are happening in July this year, and I'm so looking forward to it. I just can't wait.
Well, when I can fly back to the UK, I'm going to make sure that I do it at the time when you've got your retreat, because I want to come on one.
Perfect.
And actually, let's just plant the seed that with the Enlightened Tribe of people here in Australia, maybe we can do it as an Enlightened Tribe trip and all come out to the UK and go on one of your retreats. That would be awesome.
Oh, I would love to host you and just give you the best of everything.
It would be superb, absolutely superb. So thank you for that. And I will just acknowledge Sadie has joined us from the UK. Hi, Sadie. Linda Banks from Pontefract in the UK. So, yeah, fantastic. And Adair's put convoy. Yes, we've got the convoys happening. Anyway, that's another story. That's about us, not you. So let's head back to your other thing that you do is the Way of Your Soul, which is a 9-month emergence online program. So anyone can do that anywhere in the world, and you are part of the Enlightened Tribe Global Wellness Directory as well. So if you don't know where to go to find Anna-Louise, you can go to the Social website to get that as well. So I'll let you talk.
Oh, brilliant. Well, it's lovely to see, Adrian and Jackie and my girls here with us. It's so good to see you all here. So thank you, ladies, for joining us. Because quite a few of them have actually been on the Way of Your Soul, the 9-month rebirthing, if you like. The Way of Your Soul is an emergence, not an emergency, of growth. And it brings the soul to life in a way that it becomes your sidestepping companion. So it's there with you all the time, yet you can still be human and in the real world or in the world around you. And the thing about the Way of Your Soul is that for me, it was the opportunity to pour over 30 years worth of experience and insight and growth into one place that would go deep and blossom. So it's a bit like the lotus. You know, we start in the muddy roots, nobody ever saw where we came from, and we let those roots nurture us, but we rise like the lotus. And at the end of the program, there is that complete lotus moment, and it is gentle, but it digs deep. But again, you're held, and there's so much growth that comes from it that subtly over the 9 months you evolve, emerge, and continue your awakening ascension journey. And I love delivering it. I love the women I work with.
Yeah, it sounds divine, and as I say, it's open to everybody, so it's global, it's online, it's available, and just superb. The other thing I was just thinking, you don't actually have to have any prerequisites to be involved with any of the things that you do. You don't have to be spiritual or religious or anything. It's open to all women. Yeah,
it is, and that's a really good point, Sue, because I always aim to meet people at their point in need or their point of desire or growth, wherever they're at. And so coming on a retreat or going on a program, it's not that you're shoehorned into one mindset. It's about evolving with what is there. And any of my retreats, although they're called Awaken Your Wow, and there's a general framework because there needs to be, I always tailor what we do in our sessions together based on the group that gathers. And so therefore it's not formulaic, it's not stamp press, and it is very individualized and personal. And on the way of your soul, because we have the one-to-one time and mentoring, I can nurture people as fast or as slow as they want to go and dive into areas of special interest that may be unique to them. So my joy in what I do is being able to have that connection and being able to walk beside somebody as they navigate their journey and help them find their own answers in their own voice, not take on somebody else's beliefs or mindset, because that's like, to me, that's skimming the surface and it's not going to sink in and be deep and meaningful. And my role is to be the I don't know what you call it, but the way shower, the soul whisperer, to help people hear themselves and move themselves forward, to give them the tools to do it and feel safe and comfortable in doing that, and just emerge in whatever's right at this stage.
Yeah. Oh, beautifully answered. Thank you. And we'll say hello to Adrian. Adrian has said, "We love you, Anna-Louise." So do I. That's why she's on here. She's great. And Jackie Fridlington, we certainly do. So yeah, you've got a lot of champions there supporting you because you are a beautiful soul and a heart-centered business. And yeah, it's an absolute privilege to know you and have you on here. So what we'd like to do now is your micro power meditation. So before we get too close in, let's do that, and then we can have a few more questions or ask if anybody's got any questions after that. So is that all right for us to do that?
That's perfect.
Ready to rock?
Yep, brilliant. Okay, so for this micro power meditation, I fully believe that meditation can be spontaneous and it can happen like that. So what I'm going to invite you to do is to sit back, close your eyes, and just take 3 really nice, slow, deep breaths. And trust that you are in the right place at the right time for an opening of a new channel of communication into your heart center. And I invite you to bring to mind the image of your favorite flower. And letting your breath be deep and slow. Just use your imagination just to really bring your favorite flower into full focus in your mind's eye. You might imagine the fragrance. And in your mind, identify that. Is it sweet, floral, herby, whatever it might be? As you survey your flower, look at the qualities it has. Is it multi-petaled and multifaceted? Or is it more simplistic, like a daisy? Look at whether it has a central core to which all the other petals are attached. Or is it more complex? Take a nice deep breath. And now we're going to use your flower as a metaphor for you, for what lies in your heart as part of your beingness. And so as you look upon your flower again, recognize its character. Is it complex or more simplistic? Is it tight in its petals or is it more open? And whatever you see to be the attributes of your flower, say to yourself, I am that. And so look at the shape of the petals. Look at the color. And perhaps you could align the color with a chakra. And with the color that your chakra is speaking to you, think about what that means. Because there is more meaning for you, more messages. So your red flowers will talk to you about being more grounded. Your orange will be more creative. Your yellow talks to you about being more confident and remembering that all of this is already within you. The lush green leaves represent the heart center, and the pink blossoms the higher heart, where wisdom and self-love radiate. Blue flowers speak of your throat chakra, and here, this is about speaking your truth with loving kindness. And any indigo, bluey, purple flowers are your third eye and a calling to you now to open that third eye and trust. And then any white flowers are all about bringing all your aspects of yourself into alignment. So whatever color your flower may be, today, this is the message for you. And you can anchor those messages simply by saying, I am that. And if your flower had a particular message for you, born of its own voice, regardless of what flower it is, what would that message be to you? Remembering that the flowers that you love so much are nurtured by the sunlight and are encouraged by the moonlight. So they hold light for you. What is their message? Take a nice deep breath. Anchor that message. And knowing that you can repeat this anytime you like. And if you're in your garden, you may stop and gaze at a flower, and that flower has a message for you. So take a breath and ask, what is your message for me today? Let nature be your teacher, your healer, and your guide, and you will be enriched in every way, every day. One more nice deep breath. And when you're ready, just open your eyes and perhaps pop in the chat. What was the message you received today? For it will give you inspiration and we can encourage you on. And welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. That was delightful.
Good.
Nice
Good,
and
good, good.
peaceful. Thank you. Yes, so
You're
please, if you're all awake now and you're back and you're conscious, please share with us, what flower did you get? What color did you get? What message did you get? So I got the message rejoice, and it was a blue.
wow.
It was a bluebell, which is like English.
Yeah, yeah. And they're all coming out now, which is great.
Oh, yeah. I used to go to Bluebell Woods with my granddad, with my grandfather, and it just always reminds me of his love for me. So, yeah, it's
Perfect.
beautiful, special, very special.
You see, we tend to overlook these things. You know, life gets busy and we just, we don't give them the value that they need, but so much love can be held in a bluebell for you. So, yeah, brilliant, brilliant.
Definitely. And Mandy Laidlaw, thank you for sharing, Mandy. She got a white and yellow frangipani. Oh, how beautiful.
Oh, my goodness. So that's a beautiful combination of energies, isn't it? The yellow of the solar plexus and the white of the crown chakra, just amplifying that sort of power from within.
Absolutely. Oh, I've got a few more coming now. We've got, I've got beautiful big yellow sunflower, solar plexus.
Yep.
Sadie, wow, mine was a bluebell too, which surprised me. Well, there we go, Sadie.
There you go, Sadie. Yep.
Leslie Ann, a beautiful meditation. I love snowdrops. They have fragility, but also strength.
That is so perfect. So perfect. Yep. Excellent. Well done, Leslie.
Yeah.
Leslie Ann, sorry.
Adrienne, connect to your golden center. That was the message she got.
Brilliant message. Brilliant. A good reminder for empowerment as well. You know, that golden heart within is where everything obviously radiates from. So let's just amplify that. Nice one, Adrienne.
Absolutely. And Marie from New South Wales in Australia. Hi, Marie. She's put double delight rose, red and white. Oh, that's beautiful.
Wow, wow, wow. That's brilliant, Marie, because you've got then the full run of, you've got your groundedness of your base chakra leading up to the connection with all. So it's like you're a pillar of light connecting earth to the universe. How brilliant is that? Double delight rose. I bet that's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. And Jackie, daffodils. She got daffodils, beautiful daffodils.
Solar plexus. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Linda, water lily, and the message, rise above with confidence.
Oh, wow. And I think, if I'm remembering correctly, Linda's got water lilies in her garden pond, I believe. I might be wrong on that. But yeah, just complete rising and speaking your truth with loving kindness, which is great.
Beautiful. Oh. Yeah. And Jill Baker, hello from North Duffield near Selby, UK. That was lovely, as always, with Anna-Louise. My flower was a freesia with purple, white, and yellow. The message was stand tall and shine your beauty and fragrance.
Perfect. What more can you say? Thanks, Jill.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Well, I think everybody receives something out of that. And for those that are watching the replay as well, you know, just write down those things and keep a note of them because they are significant. That's the messages you get through. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
No, go on.
No, what I was going to say is, you know, when needed most, it's really important to remember that as much as we love the digital world, it's about disconnecting so you can reconnect in your own way. And you can never undervalue the healing energy that can come from just a simple forest walk or walking in a meadow. And it's about honoring that connection to the earth, barefootedness is best, and then to the universe, so letting that energy run through you. But also, it doesn't have to be daylight. It can be, and one of the fun times, like I used to do and I still do, is at night when the moon is shining bright. And this is where there's almost, a cheekiness and a secretness about being able to walk in the full moonlight without any torches or flashlights or anything, and being guided by the moonlight has a different quality than just going for a walk in the daytime, because obviously it's a much slower walk because you need to be more careful. It's a much more serene. And so coming back to stay wild, Moonchild, means that when you can embrace yourself in nature, and no matter whether it's day or nighttime, it will give you the gifts. And don't just walk, be in that walk, and stop and see what catches your eye, and say to yourself, okay, if something's caught my eye, it must resonate with something within me, because I wouldn't recognize whatever that is if I didn't already have that pattern within me. And so take a moment, see what catches your eye, recognize that it is something within you, and then say, I am that. And then ask what the message is, because the times you need it most, you will get the most profound insights, and it could be the thing that turns you in a new direction. Never dismiss the power of the simplistic, because that is often where the best next step messages will lie in wait for you. And get out and do some moonbathing when you can, because it tunes into a different part of you. Remember, all of us were born under the influence of a different phase of the moon. And that different phase of the moon can actually have a thread running through your whole life. Now, I'm not an astrologer. I don't do any kind of astrology charts or tarot or anything like that. But you could Google your date of birth and what moon phase was nearest your date of birth, and then look up what that means, what the representation of that moon phase is, and see how that weaves into your own journey, because that will give you more self-awareness. And that's always a good thing.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. I'll just mention what Adair's written. She's been keen to do a full moon paddle on her kayak. She hasn't done it yet, but definitely plan to. And when I was just reading that before and listening to you, I also remember that I actually did a moonlight paddle in Canada years and years and years ago. Well, it would have been 16, 17 years ago, before my son was born. And oh my God, in Quebec. In Quebec, and it was absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah.
And when you get the chance to do things like that, like I used to go for my moonlight walks when I was in my teens, it's almost as though you leave part of yourself there, because that puts such a great imprint on your soul, on yourself. And you have obviously got great memories of that, Sue, and it lights you up because it's still active within you. And we need to implant these things, because that's what keeps us well on every level.
Absolutely. Yeah. Right down to the cellular being, the cellular memory, and it just livens it up again. So
absolutely.
Oh, I feel so lovely. Thank you. Thank you to everybody who's connected in here from the UK, from Australia, from wherever you're listening from. And yeah, Anna-Louise, cannot wait to bring Enlightened Tribe Convoy from Australia to the UK.
Brilliant. We'll talk about that, and we'll definitely get it going.
We will. So watch this space, and anybody can get in touch with you through your Facebook page and through Anna-Louise.com.au and sushaw.com.au to check onto the Global Wellness Directory. So yeah, thank you all so much, and have an amazing week. See you soon.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Sue.
Thank you.